Okay, so I'm making a list of all of the materials that you're going to want to have. Um, I didn't put down, so let's start with protecting your table. You're going to want to put down three to four pieces of newspaper, newsprint, anything to protect your table. And that's not just from your Sharpie that you might be drawing on the table, but also when you're drawing with pencil. If you're drawing with pencil, you might go through and make an indentation on the table. You do not want to damage your table with this. So let's write that down at the top. News, print, or newspaper. Protect table. Okay. So you're going to want a piece of newsprint or newspaper to protect your table. And you can put that down right before you start working and then just roll it up when you're done, and then you can go back and forth. You're going to need a piece of heavy-duty cardboard. This is really, really heavy-duty. This is like the good stuff. Like for shipping, probably like fragile things. So if you don't have something, as opposed to, so this is, if you see, if I try to flex that, it's not easy to do. If I try to flex this, it's really easy to flex. So you don't want this kind of cardboard. If this is all you have, then you probably are going to need to put like a bunch of that down. And that's for when we're cutting out our shapes. So we're going to be cutting shapes out of cardboard and paper and different kinds of material. And so when you're cutting out your shape, you're going to want to cut on the board, on the piece of heavy-duty cardboard. So piece of heavy-duty cardboard, sorry. Cardboard tubes. You will probably want a number of cardboard tubes. The more, the better. You might not end up using them all, but you're going to want to have that option to work with them. These are going to be fun to work with. So start saving your toilet paper rolls, your paper towel rolls, whatever rolls you have around, start saving those. I mean, you could, if you had to, you could make some out of, flexible cardboard, but it's not as easy as you would think. All right, toilet paper and Kleenex and tissue paper. I didn't put tissue paper. You just bring a little bit of what you have. If you don't have tissue paper, don't worry about it. Here's some toilet paper that I've just kind of rolled off of the roll. I have some paper towels over there. Tissue paper that I bought just for funsies at Walmart. Unfortunately, Walmart, but that's all there is around here for that kind of thing. But you don't need this. You don't need to go out and buy this. But the more options you have, maybe the more interesting it will be to build these structures that we're making. These abstract sculptures, paper sculptures. All right, so optional but maybe fun. I bought these toothpicks at the convenience store right on Main Street. I'm sure you can find them at other places. These were just like $2.50 for 800. That's a lot. I started kind of experimenting with building one of these sculptures, and I used these, and they were really fun to work with. I bought these dowels at the Alfred bookstore. So these were like $3.50. You don't need these, but it could be nice to have options to work with these. I don't know how these are going to work, but I personally wanted some more variety for building. I didn't put the R in razor, so let's put an R in there. So we need a straight edge razor. These are at the bookstore too, or I'm sure you can find them at a hardware store, might be cheaper. But also an X-Acto knife, which is the skinnier version. You might want that version too. They have that at the bookstore, but this kind, there's a couple of versions of this that's retractable. I like that because you can keep it safe. You can retract it, it's not gonna hurt anyone. This one, please make sure that if you have finished using it, that you put it somewhere safe where no one can get hurt by it, especially if you have small children or children around your house. And I just keep it in my container of drawing materials and of pens and pencils and things like that. I just keep both of these in there. You're also gonna want a pair of scissors. Oh, shoot. Laundry's, dryer's done. Okay, so yeah, keep those all in whatever container you want. If you have something, pencil box. This is like a to-go container for food. Drawing materials, so I had whatever drawing materials you want. That's not too important as long as you have some. Plastic lids for making templates. In the other video, I used my nice glass from the house. You don't want to do that because you're going to, you might stain it, and that's not good, especially if it's not yours. If it is yours and you aren't sharing it with anyone else, then you are welcome to do anything you want with it. So I just traced this circle up to here. Sorry, you can't see that. And then I put it over on the other side and just traced it. And this is a way of getting kind of a new shape, which we talked about in the other video. And so you could do that in a number of ways. You could start to make a shape that is different kinds of shapes. We're going to talk about some of the evolving shapes tomorrow. I think we're going to start talking about creating organic shapes tomorrow. But having different size lids are just things that you can use as templates. Squares, plastic things around. If you have them, please gather those up. A variety of cardboard. I have this paper, it's poster board. It's flexible, but it's softer than cardboard. It's softer than this stuff, and it folds. So you could kind of make some tubing. You could make some tubing with that. But it's also nice. It's a nice shape. It's got a little bit more flexibility to it. So we're just gonna. So and then this is that thinner cardboard. This is thicker cardboard. So these things are from different things that I would normally recycle. I don't know if we have recycling here. Does anyone know that? If you do, let me know, because I don't know. Cereal box. So I can use these to cut up and make shapes, but I can also use them. You can cut out. Well, and we haven't gotten to this yet, so don't worry about it. But you can cut out a section of your thing, and then you have this shape that's already like a three-dimensional shape. So that's kind of fun to do. This other thing. Okay, so kinds of cardboard, different kinds of different kinds of cardboard. I bought some tracing paper from the bookstore. And this could be nice because it has some translucency to it. So when you're building something, if you're building something, you would be able to see something behind it. I also want to use this to trace shapes in the world. So I might go and find something to trace. So I forgot how much the tracing paper is, but I'm just going to put that down here. I'm not sure I had that on the original list, So I'd put optional, but cool. So optional because I didn't tell you to get it already, but it might be really fun to work with translucency, it's not transparent, translucency. And I guess if it comes to that, you could, if you had some, I have this like, oh God, sorry about that. I have this Ziploc baggies, just around. I'm not sure how this is going to help anyone, but it might. Oh yeah, other kinds of materials that you might want are string, yarn, dental floss. These are all optional, but it could be fun to kind of wind around some of your sculpture. So, we're going to get creative. And once you start building this thing, you're just going to probably start looking around your house and seeing what's around. Now, one of the most important things for this project, are we still going, is glue. Glue, just basic Elmer's glue. Now, if you have basic white glue, if you happen to have a hot glue gun, that might actually make things a little bit easier, maybe a little messier, but you could probably work a little faster. I didn't see any at the bookstore, but maybe they did have it, I just didn't see it. But they do have them at Walmart. I think you can order them online first and then go pick them up. I don't know, but they say they have them. I haven't seen them, but they say they have them. And then you might want to have some tape, masking tape, whatever tape you have. I like this Scotch tape because you can't see it, but you might like working with masking tape or duct tape as kind of a layer to work with. So, oh yeah, ruler and a ruler. So I think I did mention that. So, all right, so these are the tools that you're gonna wanna try to have. So at least the important ones, the cardboard, the cutting utensils, I'd say the toilet paper rolls, the razors, the drawing materials, the newsprint, the glue and the tape are all really important things for this project. All right, so that's the materials part of this project, and as I said, I like to cut these down into sections, so I will mark these as what they are, and they will be available on YouTube and on Canvas. Okay, all right, talk to y'all soon.